Frankie's getting all settled in. We've had a busy morning. Yes, we have. Well, it may not just be allergies I have after all. I think I may have a little bit of a cold. I feel like there's some swelling going on here. And just that feeling you have inside where you think something might be going on here. My ear kind of hurts a little bit. So I'm going to keep analyzing it until I convince myself I have cancer. And then I'll go to the doctor and it'll be a sinus infection. Probably. Or I'll get over it within a day as usual. How about that? Okay. So I woke up so stiff. And I believe part of it is due to the box of donuts I ate yesterday. I had probably 6 donuts from the local donut shop. Fresh. They weren't really addictive like Krispy Kremes, which is kind of like cotton candy, but very close. I like them better because there's more chewing instead of melting. I like that. Anyway, I hardly ever do that. Usually if there is a box of donuts, I have 1 or 2, but I think that's another sign too that I was ready for the weekend. It's because I just like couldn't get enough. It's been like that for a couple nights. But do I listen to my brain and say, don't use sugar even though you're craving it? No, I give in because I'm spoiled. I spoil myself so bad. Yep. So how was your day? So far, so good. Well, my face is clean. And it's so beautiful outside. We were outside for about an hour this morning, running around, snooping, chasing squirrels. It was fun. But I'm still sort of in slow-mo. All I want to do is lay on the sofa and watch Discovery Channel. Okay, so yesterday I used my e.l.f. makeup for full coverage, and I mean, it worked really well. I didn't put very much powder on at all. I even used lipstick for blush to keep from using powder. I used very little powder, just very little, and my skin got pretty dry by the end of the day. And I mean, I'm talking about like 11:30 at night. But I can tell you, full coverage. He's nesting. I have a fresh, clean blanket on there, and he's not happy with it. Whenever I do the laundry, for my bedding, I don't always do that top blanket. So he just jumps right up there and goes to bed. But when it's clean, I notice he kind of like Goldilocks. I haven't usually used this. I put that on there to keep him from getting on the white blanket that he's now laying on. But of course, he won't have that. I don't usually use this, but it's a lot easier to wash and get stains out of than this white one. But whatever. He's worth it. So I am going to layer on moisturizer this morning. I really layered on. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Skin. Oh, I wanted to tell you something. Oh gosh, I have it written down. One of y'all shared with me that there's a foundation that's really good. It's like El Mirage or El something. I have it written down, and matter of fact, I have it in my, not in my cart, but in a makeup list in my Amazon, so I can try that. It's Woke Up This Way, basically is what it's called. Well, this is an imitation one or dupe from Temu. And it works very much like e.l.f. It goes on very full coverage. I'm going to put a little of this on too. And honestly, I think it's waterproof. Because it's the first foundation I've ever had that was that difficult to get off. I mean, I was still able to use my microcloth, but I think I did use some grapeseed oil because it was like trying to get vinyl off. It really is amazing foundation. If you're ever going to sweat or go, by a pool or jacuzzi or something and you just cannot not wear makeup, you got to try this. It's pretty impressive. I'm going to put that aside. I don't need full coverage today. I'm just going to use my tried and true. I just love it. Just love it. I love this makeup. Oh, how are y'all doing? Well, one of the things I wanted to share with you today is that I got asked how I got into counseling. And I'm going to tell you that story. It's a longer story than what I have time for today. Because I have laundry going. I have piles of laundry to do. But I was going to tell you about how I woke up so stiff and so slow this morning. And there was a time a while back where I ate sugar a lot. I was kind of depressed, and I would eat caramels falling asleep just for comfort. And until it started affecting my teeth and my gums. My teeth were a little loose, actually. And the dentist wanted to hook me up with this. And they did. Let's see, I went back 2 or 3 times over the course of a year and a half. I went about every 6 months. And then after that, I quit because my gums were right back to being very healthy. But they like to sign you up for life. But I Googled it and got really interested because there was like pockets that were getting infected in my lower jaws. And I'd already had that, what do they call it? I don't know, but they fix those pockets in the back by kind of shaving them down and helping them heal up so the pockets aren't so deep back there. I had already had that done once. And so I knew, okay, if you have an infection, let's get a hold of the infection. So I started, for my oral hygiene at night, I started putting xylitol. It's a birch sugar. Frankie, no chewing with your mouth open. Hey, Frank, enough. Enough. Xylitol, birch. Enough. See how he looks at me? Where was I? Watching him. He's so sneaky. Frankie, enough. Enough. I'm looking at him. Frankie, enough. Oh. Hey. Enough. I like that he cleans. He cleans like a cat. He really does. I watch him and I just love it. However, when I'm busy talking with you, that background noise just sends me over the edge. Stop. You get to see me being all grouchy with my poor baby. It'd be like child abuse. I know. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed of myself. Oops, wrong brush. Did not mean to use that one. Put that puppy over there. This is the one I meant to use. Whee! Making a mess. So anyway, I woke up groggy, stiff, not quite grouchy, but not delighted to be awake. And so I wanted to go ahead and let you see that this is sometimes what it looks like. Sometimes I am not in the best of moods. How can you adore someone or something, someone, so much and then be so mean to them? I feel like such a bad doggy mommy on one hand, and on the other hand, I'm just like, I have to do what it takes to reduce my stress at some level. However, ta-da, I'm not willing to cut back on caffeine. Having a day? Maybe. Holy cow. I don't know. But that's okay. I am going to stay away from fellow humans today. I feel like I have a little people jag. I have a little people jag. So I have some paperwork to do. And that's about it. Yay. I'm not going to put powder on until I have to later. Hopefully I won't have to. We'll see. I'm just going to put on some makeup so I don't look as ugly as I feel. Because thank goodness for a sense of humor. Because I can tell you this, back in the day, I didn't have a sense of humor with my bad moods. You know, so maybe some of my body chemistry is off a little bit today. The difference is I don't have to get so lost in it. I don't have to get lost in it. I can do things to take care of myself. I can do things to make myself feel a little better. One is to not try to force myself to put up with something that really aggravates me. As well, I put on a little makeup, make me feel a little less ugly, right? I don't mean physically, I mean emotionally. I'm not going to overbook myself at all. Heck no. And if I come in contact with anybody, here around the house. I'm just going to say heads up. I'm kind of in a bad mood today. So it's not you, it's me. Just going to let you know. And that doesn't happen very often. So I will hope for the best in response to that. Usually it's a pretty good response and just another reason to not talk to each other. Life is funny. There we go. I'm feeling better already. You would not believe how pretty it is here today. It is so pretty, I can't hardly believe it. This is that mauve that I told you about that I love so much. It's Maybelline 445. Frankie, enough. Enough. Seriously, he is so smart that he knows when I'm looking at him. And he knows when I give up and look away. And so what he'll do is he'll take his time in stopping just to prove a point to me. That's what I think. I don't know. You think a little paranoia comes along with my bad mood? Oh, good. It's like, stop picking on me. I cracked myself up. All right. So, for a bad mood, start with safety measures. Warn the people around you. Cut back on your schedule. Reduce harm by not inserting myself into other people's lives today. Reduce harm. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. All right, you know what? Today is the day I'm going to tweeze my eyebrows. I haven't let them go this far for so long. Usually I stay on top of them by just doing a few every morning, but holy moly. Yeah. They are coming off today. What do you do when you're in a bad mood? How do you protect yourself? Like that licking. He was just outside. The ground is wet. So he's going to clean like a cat because he loves to be clean. His coat is always beautiful and clean. He's not like some of the dogs I've had in the past where they just can't clean themselves. So I have to do it for him all the time. He's very good about it. But it's irritating especially when I'm not in the best of moods. Okay. Now, I am going to relax, watch TV, and I think I'm such a traitor to myself. I am going to put on a little bit of powder because I have a moisturizer with sunscreen. Then I have a tinted sunscreen. And then I have a moisturizing, yummy foundation. And so I'm a little shiny on the nose, on the T-zone area. Should I put, and I have a moisturizing lipstick. I don't know if it's moisturizing. On my cheeks, just for a little bit of color. So I'm having withdrawal from powder. That's why I'm not a good cook. I cannot resist putting a little bit extra spices in what I'm cooking. Talk about little self-discipline. It is amazing that I've gotten as far in my life as I have. It is amazing to come this far from where I used to be is a long distance. So the fact that I'm where I'm at is really quite beautiful. I'm really quite fortunate. So when you see me being a hot mess, you can go, wow, just think of what she'd be like had she not done all that work and all that education, and then practicing what she's learning in education by working on herself. Be like, holy cow, I can't even imagine what she'd be like had she not done all that. You'd be right. Holy cow. Well, there you go. The fall leaves on the trees are gorgeous. The weather's gorgeous. Later, after I get some laundry done and finish my yummy coffee that I've had to heat up 4 times probably by now, because I'm kind of what I call putzing, getting a lot of little things done around the house. That helps. Oh, and one of these days I'm going to show you, and I did it this morning. I do it almost every morning, but this morning I really had to work hard on it because I woke up feeling so stiff. One of the things that I do is, you see these, I just call them glamorous athletes who are doing these workout routines and morning exercise hour. And I learned through an amazing yoga instructor that it was years ago. I know this wasn't my original idea. So I'll show you kind of how I do it more and have you do it along with me one of these days. But it's like, if you're stiff, don't try to do those perfect stretches and yoga thing. Just start out little. Just start out little. Just start out little. And then don't rush it. Don't rush it. Just start out little. Don't rush it. Your body doesn't want you pushing it around. So, but that's an example. And then your body kind of wants to see what else. Like, if you feel a little tiniest bit of like, oh, that's stiff, don't push through it. Pull it back down. Pull it back down. Oh, there's a little stiff area. Just go to that edge a few times. And then all of a sudden, it frees up to go up a little higher, right? So just try it to the edge and then bring it down. Try it to the edge and bring it down. Oh, take it to the edge and bring it down. That's how you do that. Oh, edge, edge. And then it comes out. Try it. I think you'll like it. And moving at all soothes the brain chemicals. See? I feel better already. Yeah. Well, thank you. I got to vent about how I was feeling. Got to share that. I got to be reminded of what makes me feel good. I got to be reminded of this nice, sweet support system we have going. Thank you. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to warm up my coffee again and start folding clothes while I'm watching, I don't know, maybe TCM, see what's going on. I like the old movies, the old black and white sometimes. Glamour and simple. Nothing is really as complicated as people say. People say it's complicated. Nah, there's not a lot that's complicated. We tend to complicate things in our heads or in our behaviors, but if you're on the outside looking in, it's not complicated. It's like, girl, you just need to behave yourself. Right? That's the truth. Or, hey boy, what are you doing? See, that's not complicated. That's just misbehavior, right? So if I'm in a bad mood, I'm like, it's complicated. No, it's not. I'm in a bad mood. What am I going to do about it? I know. Huh. Thanks for helping me feel better. Love you. Bye for now. Bye, Frankie. I'll let him clean when we go out to fold clothes. I'll be a nicer donkey mommy. Bye for now.